All right, so now we're on to the law of definite proportions, also called the law of definite composition. This pertains to compounds, strictly, which are two or more elements chemically combined, so they will be attached to each other. Basically what it says is if I have a compound, like I have water, which is H2O. Water will always be made of 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen, and it will always contain the same proportion of those elements by mass, okay? Which is about 11% hydrogen and 88% or 89% oxygen, okay? There are a couple of definitions also which tend to fall underneath this law in your textbook. So the first is for a molecule. Molecules are where I have a compound that is made of 2 or more non-metal atoms, okay? So remember, the non-metals are to the right of the stair step on the periodic table, and if I have 2 or more of those attached to each other, we call it a molecule, okay? Chemical formulas are used in this class to express the number of atoms that are in a compound or a molecule. So if I give you something like H2SO4, this indicates that I have 2 hydrogens, 1 sulfur, because we don't include the number 1 as a subscript because we consider it redundant, so it's omitted, and we have 4 oxygens. So total here in terms of atoms, I have 4 plus 1, which is 5, 5 plus 2, which is 7, so I have 7 atoms of H2SO4, okay? So what I want you to do now is stop the video, take a look at student exercise number 9, write down your response in pencil, and then check it with the one that I give. So student exercise number 9 asks you to indicate the total number of atoms in a molecule of vitamin B3, which is this. Okay, now, up until this point, you may or may not have seen parentheses in a chemical formula. So let me explain what this is. I have 3 carbons, 5 hydrogens, and if you want to think of it this way, I have a 1 here and I have a 1 here. It's just omitted because we don't write the number 1 because it's just redundant, okay? When there's a number on the outside of parentheses, that number gets distributed to the elements inside the parentheses only. So this is 3 times 1, so I have 3 oxygen. 3 times 1, so I have 3 hydrogen. So I have 3 carbon, 5 hydrogen, 3 oxygen, and 3 hydrogen. So this is 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9, plus 5 is 14. So I have 14 atoms total in a molecule of vitamin B3.